Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Bubby.
How are you?
I'm living the dream. How are you?
Good.
Oh, we got a bit of. There we go.
Nice.
Welcome back to the pod.
Welcome back, guys.
I love you. So I kind of thought we're about to go to Europe on the weekend.
Yes, it's not very long way at all.
I remember when we booked this in March, I was like, oh yeah, it's like 6 months away, whatever. And I'm like, it's like 2.5 months.
Yeah, now it's really crept up. Like it feels very, very close. Well, obviously it is very close.
Well, it is very close.
It's like 6 days away.
We got to pack.
Yeah.
But I kind of thought, I think this will be episode like bloody, I don't know, 15 or something.
Yep.
Last time I had you on was our first 2 episodes, and I feel like it could be good to do like a little 6-month recap. I kind of want to go through, and obviously as you as my husband, my different coping mechanisms
Yeah.
we've found me to have.
Yes.
And just sort of what the journey looks like, because it's still awful, but I definitely feel like I'm doing better.
Yes.
There's always going to be bad days. I don't ever think I'm going to be like completely
Yeah.
normal, but I'm definitely not as, well, I mean, you'll tell me.
Yeah.
But I thought we could also talk about we're about to go take Mum's ashes back and what we feel like that's going to
Do.
look like for us. Mm-hmm. But yeah, 6 months in.
6 months.
What has your experience been like?
How has my experience been like? You know, it's been an interesting time. It's been obviously very, very hard. Not as hard as it is for you, obviously, because it's your mum that you're losing. But yeah,
That was your mother-in-law though.
yeah. It's been a hard time.
Yeah.
Rough 5 months. Everything just felt very overwhelming.
Yeah.
Everything feels like.
I think, yeah, obviously I'm the one most grieving, but I also can't imagine, I hate seeing people I love like in pain.
Yeah.
And especially when it's something there's no quick fix. So
Yeah, it feels hard because I want to fix you right now, but I can't like go on like, they just fix this, just wrap it up and you're good to go and you'll be good. But you can't just do that. I can't just give you a little kiss on the forehead and be like, you'll be fine. It's just
I know.
to watch you burning. I'm like,
I know, it's, I can only imagine how difficult it would be for you. And not in like a bad burden way, just genuinely
yeah,
your fingers on your little microphone. Just genuinely how difficult. Like it would be really hard. And yeah, knowing you can't just fix. I mean, that's how I felt with Mum watching her die. It's kind of like, and when she was sad and crying, I'm like, I can't change. All I can do is be here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna. Yeah.
Do the makeup.
I love you. But I mean, you've been incredible. I don't think anybody could ever do any more than you have for us. And I'm very grateful.
Thank you.
I love you.
Welcome.
You're really hot.
Anytime.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I can't really remember month 1 anymore.
Month 1 was a bit of a whirlwind because obviously there's those first like week pre-funeral. You're fine. You're absolutely fine. You were like, am I just okay? Am I just going to be fine?
She was in shock.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, she was not fine. It all kind of hit the day after your mum's funeral because up to that point, I was like, oh, she's actually fine. We just thought it's because obviously
So much preparation.
and you know. No, you after that, as soon as you started going to your mum's house and looking through her stuff, that was a very rough Monday. Very, very rough Monday. Especially because the celebrations the day before, it was very high to the low. And it just kind of felt like it was, okay, this is now life as opposed to before it was just like we were just doing stuff here, there. Okay, we're going to move up to this big point. And then once the big point's done, it's done. But then you're like, it's done. It's like, oh, wait, I've still got these feelings and emotions.
Yes.
And I've got all this normalcy, but it's not normal anymore.
Yes. And it's just, and like, yeah, I covered this in like the packing up her house episode, but it's like, you've just lost someone, but you have to do all this shit. Like you have to sort through all their belongings. And like, I'm so grateful to you because I got to sort of go in, get the things I want. It was still horrendous, but you essentially packed up a whole house, dealt with people coming to collect things.
Yeah, that was...
Went to the dump.
Yeah. I've been to the dump before.
How was it?
Oh, it was quite enlightening. You know, the guy there was nice.
That's nice.
Just got in there and chucked some stuff in the hole and off we went. Do a few loads and yeah, it was weird. Never been there before.
Yeah. You got, I mean, it's all shit, but like the real shit end of that. But also walking to someone's house who thought they were coming home, heartbreaking. Like her little clothes, her food in the fridge, like her book where she left it. Like,
there's lots of it's a lot of work to pack up a house, especially because we had very small timelines involved with clearing out the house before the rental.
Well, they gave us a month, but we only had 2.5 weeks before we were going to Melbourne. So we wanted to be
done. We were not done, but
mostly done.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think month one, like, I couldn't be alone. I remember that much. I could not be alone. I remember I had like a half an hour period. I think you'd gone to work and I didn't have work yet. And I had to get Ash to come over. I was like, I could not be left. I would just bawl. And like, I couldn't drive a car by myself. I had to be on the phone with somebody.
Yeah. Can't drive anyway.
Oh, shush. But there's things where, you know, I could sit here today and feel like I haven't made much progress, but I can think about moments like that and be like, oh no.
Yeah.
I am definitely.
I think it was actually probably more month 2 that was like that. Month 1 was still like, that was where we were going to Melbourne. So you were excited about going to Melbourne and going to have found something else. But you were still obviously not brave. But month 2 was when it really started to come like that, because then we had nothing to look for. You had nothing to look forward to.
Yeah.
I think your coping mechanism is really, okay, let's have this big thing we've planned. Let's plan this big thing. And I can look forward to that, and that's kind of what you used as it, and like then your energy is that. But then after Melbourne, after we went away for Christmas,
so we went to Melbourne for Christmas it was only 2 weeks, wasn't it? Or 10 days, or nearly 2 weeks.
10 days-ish.
Yeah, and that was to be with Con and his family, who so graciously had us at their family Christmas.
Yeah.
And I think having a change of scenery.
Yeah.
And in that lead up, so I only had 4 fucking days of work after Mum died. Had the week off when I lived in the hospice, and then another 4 days. But then I was like, well, I'm going to go for Christmas in 2 weeks. I might as well just get people in. And that was great. I had a lot of clients.
I think it was the best for you though.
Oh, it was good. It kept me busy. All my regulars, like, because I know them more than it was randoms.
Yeah.
It was like just so much love and support and flowers and champagne. It was just a lot of like attention.
Yeah.
And then we went away. And then Christmas and New Year's. Her birthday was in January. I got everything all at once.
Yeah.
But you're right. It was kind of just, I think the longer, like the first few weeks, I think, of someone being gone, it could be a holiday in terms of like, you just saw them a week ago.
Yeah.
And the longer it goes on, like if we just went interstate for a month, I'd miss her terribly.
Yeah.
So the more time went on there, the more you're just missing.
Yeah.
You're missing them. And then it's also like, obviously our friends have been incredible. You've been nothing but incredible, but everyone is, and people are still so looking after me. Mm-hmm. But everyone is sort of, every man and their dog is asking after you and messaging you in that initial period. Yeah. But after a few months, I'm guilty of this as well before I knew what it was fucking like, is everyone kind of goes, it's not a shock to them anymore. And most people aren't surrounded by as much love as they were getting that first 1 or 2 months. So I did read that month 2 to 3 could kind of be worse in that way as well. I do feel like those months were a blur. Like looking back, I'm like, I don't fucking know. I do remember, you might laugh, we'll see. I didn't spend any money initially. Yeah. I was like, material things don't bring me joy.
No, I don't need these material things anymore. I'm above that now.
I'm above that. Like Kim K after the robbery, things don't mean anything. Yeah. And then I think it was like month 2.
Yeah.
I went psychotic.
Yeah, you did.
I just shop.
We were probably averaging like 15 packages a week. And could we name any of what those things were right now? I don't know. What is it?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Probably like the stuff like this pink little...
Well, I had to set the podcast up. Like, that was needed. But I think for me, to jump back a little bit, sleeping was really tough.
Yeah.
And you fall asleep quite early. And so, like, obviously you're always like, wake me up if you need me. But I'm not just going to be like, hi, let's ruin both of our sleep.
How you doing?
And so, and at that point, I'm much better now. But at that point, I was very like, if I go on TikTok or Instagram, my entire algorithm was just death and cancer and sadness. Yeah. So then I don't think I never intended to spend as much money as I did. But online shopping wasn't going to have a little grief quote pop up and get me. So I'd more just be like browsing ASOS and just browsing things and just little Apple Pay, like, meet, meet.
Bing, yeah.
Meet, meet.
I do remember getting waken up by that noise a few times.
Meet, meet.
ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
And I think, it became absolutely a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
If I couldn't get to sleep. Or I'd try to, but some of those nights, and I'm definitely doing better, because I remember having like little panic attacks and just bawling my eyes out or just laying there. Like, I would need to be on my phone doing something until I fell asleep. Otherwise, I'd just start crying. So sometimes I'd be like shopping like right until like falling asleep with my phone in my hand.
Yeah.
Then I had a few weeks of not online shopping. Then I went back to online shopping. Now I'm good. Now I'm good. You know what? What?
Yes.
What?
We'll see when we get back from Europe. So right now you're forced to be good because we have got a trip coming up.
But you know, it could have been meth.
Yeah, it could have been. Could have been.
It could have been.
Could have been.
It could have been meth. And but definitely like that dopamine rush and shopping, it did help.
Yep.
I can mostly tell you. You keep do you want me to change the side that's on?
No.
I don't know.
No, that's because I'm meant to be there.
Okay. I love you. But yeah, shopping was definitely one. I feel like I've been pretty good with like drinking and stuff. Like I think there's maybe been 3 days. Why are you smiling?
I'm smiling.
There's been 3 days that I've gone way too hard and regretted it. Yesterday I was good. I'm fine today. I've learned to keep it in check.
It's like every time that I'm not there, not that I ever tell you not to drink more, but like I think any time that I'm not there, you're like,
But I definitely
little bender.
little bender queen. I definitely know it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like the sadness I have, and then put a hangover on top of that, or any come down on top of that. It's actually like, no.
Yeah.
No. So I think I've been pretty good with that.
Yeah, you have.
Apart from shopping and crying, I don't know what else. I started a podcast.
Yeah, I think just shopping was the big one. Yeah, shopping was the big one. Yeah. That's probably that's your main coping mechanism.
Yeah. And also that's what mum's always done with me as well. Like anytime I'm sad, it's like, what can I buy you? What dress do you want?
Yeah. You're just like, also, you need time to be filled. There's no gaps nowhere.
Well, yeah, I can't be.
Gaps are sadness times.
Yes. Trying to find the balance of resting, but not letting myself get into the depths of despair has been difficult.
Your current problem is like, you have sadness ADHD where you get distracted by sad quotes and just sad things. So like, you know, like I'm trying to do tasks, I get distracted, and then I'll do something different that I like doing. You were trying to do a task, you were trying to mess someone, and then you go down some giant grief trauma quote, and then go look at your old videos of your mum, and I finally come back to you like, go, what happened? It's like, I saw this video of my mum. Because you've gone on this ADHD when you're trying to do something else. I was like, are you going to watch some TikToks? Yeah, and then you go into your Instagram feed that's been curated specifically for sad quotes, and then you go look at your videos of your mum, and then I come back and be like, what happened? I left you for 5 minutes. Like, And I don't know.
It's hard. It's hard again finding the balance, because some of it is helpful.
Yeah.
But not too much.
Yeah.
I was exhausted thinking about it all. But yeah, month 1 and 2, a bit blurry for me. I know, but I just remember I could not be alone. I can be alone now.
Yeah.
I'll still look at quotes and I'll still cry, but it's nowhere like it was. I definitely couldn't drive, or even walking back from platform on my own, a little 5-minute walk.
Yeah.
If I was on my own, or if people didn't pick up the phone, because that was my time to call mum.
Yeah.
So,
You've kind of always been like that, though.
what?
You've always been like a call someone.
Because it was mum, though.
Yeah.
It was usually mum.
Yeah, it was.
So it's more like...
I guess it's more like a reminder now because, like, oh, this is the time I used to call
the
mum.
absence.
So yeah.
Even today, my eyebrow appointment this afternoon cancelled.
Yeah.
And that's great in the sense of I need to edit some of these podcasts before the trip. But my brain was just like, oh, I could go edit it at mum's because I used to, anytime I'm just doing like pottering things,
Yeah, you do it over
I'd
there.
combine it so that I could just, because she couldn't always hang out, but I could sit and be there.
Yeah.
And I had that moment of like,
yeah.
free time in my brain is like, you would have called mum, you would have gone to go see mum. And because my life was so hectic, like, oh, a cancellation, cool, an hour to go see mum.
Yeah.
So now I get a cancellation and I go, oh, mum's dead.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like there's a lot more reminders than I could have ever possibly have expected.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I didn't expect because obviously with mum being terminal, I knew that she was going to die. And I used to think about how am I going to get through my birthday, Christmas, blah, 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 Mother's Day. And honestly, the big days are fine. It's just the everyday nothing days because those days people aren't thinking to check on you as much, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's like I think about it in the supermarket. I think about it when I get a client cancellation. I see a dress for Europe. I'm like, I can't show mum.
Yeah.
Or I go and book us a cool restaurant. But mum would have loved to see that. Like I never could have expected how 24/7, but it'd be like if I lost you. Like I spoke to mum all the time.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm so lucky to have had a relationship like that. Not everyone does. But because it was like that, I'd liken her to like a partner in that sense, where it's like, I want to share everything.
Yeah.
A good thing happens, I'm like, I can't tell her, or she can't see it.
Yeah.
A bad thing happens, I can't get her advice. Like it's a lot more than I could have ever expected. Because I've been so lucky, I've never lost anyone close to me. Month 3 and 4, I feel like I was getting a little bit better. But then there was just a whole bunch of like other life situations that came up that I had to deal with on top of mum.
Yeah.
I think if those things hadn't happened, I think I would have been feeling a little bit more like I am now back then. We'll never know.
Yeah.
But we had some pretty crazy life dramas happen, which we won't speak about yet. I think that really set me back because I feel like I just started sleeping a little bit better and then I was just like stressed and worried and
just always up late and then my sleep started to go downhill very badly as well, but like now then we're like on opposite because like you've got insomnia where you can't go to sleep, I've got insomnia where I can't get back to sleep, so like you're going to bed at midnight, I'm waking up at 4 a.m. and not being able to sleep and so like we even less.
We need this trip.
I
think and that's where I wanted to do a big credit to you because I know, again, I'm the one that's like grieving the most, but you have been running our business. You're doing everything but lashes, essentially. But the weight on your shoulders. And like, I feel sad seeing your stress and your lack of sleep and worrying about you. So I can only imagine how you must feel worrying about me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what do you do? Like
I don't know.
There's no quick fixes here. No. But I think the trip's going to be a good circuit breaker. I mean, you're already on Europe time, really, with your sleep schedule, so you should be just fine.
Yeah. Yes.
But I think this last few weeks, I feel like starting to come out of the hole.
Yeah.
For me, maybe. I don't know. I think things have been...
Yeah. I think like post-Europe will be a better
indicator.
Like I said, you're very good when you've got something to look forward to. Obviously going to Europe.
Yeah.
It's a big thing.
Well, and that's what Mum wanted as well. Like she literally said to us in the hospice, make sure we use part of our inheritance to like go have this big trip, not just rush, do her ashes and come back, like to actually...
Go see.
Yeah. And you've never been to Europe, so I'm so excited.
Yes. I'm cultured.
I can't wait. And I think it took me a long time. I think I've only really gotten excited in this last 2 weeks, like really excited because it's so hard to be like, yeah, I'm going to Paris, but I'm taking my mum in my bag.
Yeah, carry on.
Yeah. And I've never had a trip before where it's for a sad reason. Like I've always just been purely excited and it's purely for fun. It's not like, oh yeah, I'm scattering my dead mum in her hometown. But I'm going to Pitbull.
And the ball caps arrived. Cut to the ball caps. No, I'm not going to actually do it.
I choked because that was funny. I've never had something where I'm like, oh, happy for this, but sad for this. And it took me a long time, I think, to get excited for this trip. But I think now that like the other stresses in our life have calmed down, we're in the final week, the suitcases are out. And I know Mom, I mean, that's what she said. She wanted us to have a good, proper holiday, have as good a time as we can. And we will. Like, I know, I mean, I already am able to have like fun now. I was talking to Amy and Lee about it, like the last month when I see them socially, I'm a lot more there.
Yeah.
I think like Amy and Lee both said it, not in a bad way, but just that I was very like not present, vaguing off, trying to have a good time. But I said they're just like,
yes.
And that's like expected and normal. But I definitely think the last few weeks I've become a bit more.
Yeah, you have become more out of your shell.
And I've been doing
just fine. I was going to start singing.
Not fine.
I was going to start singing that, but I didn't want to ruin the because I had doing just fine. Gotta get down. Tell them what I know. Yeah.
Anyway.
It's actually still one of the most popular songs in England.
Well, great.
Yeah, still to this day, it's still in the top 10 charts.
Well, hopefully it's at the pub in Portsmouth.
Yeah, maybe it's at the pub. Get a local feed of some soggy peas, like you love.
Mushy peas.
Mushy peas. I get that wrong.
Get cultured, Jessie.
Some mushy peas.
Hey, you are half English, so you're about to learn about yourself on this trip.
I'm half English immigrant, so I don't count.
Dead. But obviously I'm still, and that's, when people used to say to me, grief doesn't get easier, it just changes.
Yeah.
I know I'm only nearly 6 months in, but I feel like I'm understanding that, like, I'm still absolutely gutted. I still cry every day.
Yeah.
But it's not as like this guttural sobbing, and it's not as for long.
Yeah.
And you're really amazing when I get sad about something and I'll cry a little bit and you're like, wasn't that so nice that you got to do that together? And didn't she love that memory that you're watching 10 times on your phone? And I really appreciate the way that you're able to find a positive, because, and Brandon said this as well last week, like, I mean, if you don't find the positive,
it's all negative,
yeah, and it's, you can't change it. And not to be, last time we did this, your little foot, you were wiggling, Jesse, you can't do it. I'm going to distract my viewers. Jesse.
What?
I saw it.
I didn't do nothing.
Jesse Aimes-Costa. You keep your feet still.
I will keep my feet stillish.
Missed having you on the podcast. Your pillow's comfy this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Where were we?
I was worried that you're going to say I was leaning too much on them. I got told off last time because I wasn't leaning properly on them.
Well, you had squished them all down.
I squished them all and I wasn't right. Wasn't lying the exact right way.
This is so typical.
It's alright, just gotta make sure I'm not actually leaning on the pillows, but so they look still nice over here, and keep myself upright like this the whole time.
So typical husband and wife drama.
I'm so comfortable.
Shut it.
I could do this all day. Knock
Well,
my microphone.
Oh my.
It's salt.
On camera. Okay. I'm going through ADHD. Where are we? Where were we?
I don't know.
Something about me.
Yep. Let's change it up.
England.
Talk about Europe.
Yeah. I think I was saying that, like, yeah, Mum wants us to have a trip. But I know she wants us to, like, enjoy it, have a break.
Yes.
I've never had more than 2 weeks off in my adult life, personally.
Either.
Yeah. So I'm kind of like, it's going to be a long time, but I think it's going to be the best thing. And my business turns 10 while we're over there.
Yeah, I know.
Which I've yapped on every podcast episode I've filmed the last 2 weeks.
Woo.
And so I'm like calling it, not that I get paid for it, but long service leave, you know? It's like I've never had a break like this.
Yep.
Your little feet. Anyway, so are you cracking your toes under there now? I can hear.
Yeah, I'm pressing them together so they don't move. I don't have control over them. They just do what they want.
But yeah, I think it's going to be a big trip, a good trip.
Yeah.
And yeah, it'd be interesting to see where we like resettle
Yeah.
when we get back and what life's like. Because you're right. Right now, I'm very like modesty, very busy.
Yeah.
I still can't believe it's been 6 months. It feels like 2 days
Yeah,
ago.
no, it
but
doesn't feel like
also
that long.
years.
Yeah, it's the same. It's like how when we first started dating, it felt like so long, but also not long at all.
Yeah, it's.
Like the wedding doesn't feel like it was that long ago, but then also feels like it was ages ago.
I know.
It's been like 2 years since the wedding.
I think with mum being terminal and sick and then dying, like my sense of time is very warped.
Yeah.
And hence why in March, I'm like, yeah, I got 6 months till the trip. But I think that's because my brain is back in December when she died. Like I just haven't quite like, you don't believe time keeps moving forward. But I understand now how they say it changes but doesn't get better. I'm still absolutely gutted. I definitely still cry, but it's not for as long. And and it's true. People used to say to me, like, soon you'll have on your mind more of the happy, good memories, not so much the in the hospice final memories. Because the first 2 months, her like dead face.
So to remind you, that's not what Susan wanted. She said she made you promise you weren't going to remember like that. You're going to remember her looking all nice.
Sassy Susan.
That's what she wanted you to remember, so you're not going to think about those days.
This is why I'm doing as well as I am, because I have you to remind me constantly of these things.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did say like those memories fade and you hang on to more of the
Good ones.
proper memories.
Yeah.
And that's true.
Yeah.
It took 3 months for her like little dead face. Do you know what re-triggered me? The fucking Pope, when he died, they had his funeral, open casket. I'm on TikTok and his grey, like, slackened jaw. And I was like, I haven't seen a dead body since Mum.
Yeah, would be triggering.
So triggering. Everything's triggering.
My foot wiggles are triggering.
They've always been triggering. Oh my God, I'm so much like my mother. She used to get annoyed at things like that all the time.
She said it's fine. She said I was fine when I did it.
It's because she loved you.
Do you not love me?
Of course I do. But
You just said that she didn't trigger you because she loved me. So...
You stop wiggling those toes, Jesse. Jesse Aimes-Costa.
No.
Oh, actually, this reminded me that I did want to touch on children, the way that you were just acting. I remember Mum saying she wasn't sure how I was going to cope without her because we'd have a little ADHD baby.
Yeah.
If we have kids.
True. I would be looking after 2.
I would be looking after 2.
Do you look after me or do I look after you? Which one do you think?
The jury's out on that one.
Yeah. Is it? Are you sure?
But that's something we've talked about recently because we both thought for so long we didn't want kids. But I think the idea of adding, you saw your little face.
Yeah.
The idea of adding anything onto our plate at that time wasn't a thing. But I think, being in hospice for me with Mum made me understand how people say, like, obviously it is really hard looking after a baby, as you know.
Yeah.
Me.
Yes.
But when you love someone,
yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And I kind of got that in hospice with, like, looking after Mum. I was like a mum to a newborn because I had the luxury of not having to be at work or do anything else. And so I was just up with her, whether it was 2 a.m., 1 p.m.
Yeah.
I'd sleep a little bit when she was sleeping. Mm-hmm. And it made me realize that, like, even though there's nights where I got no sleep, I just love her so much and it was okay.
Yeah.
And it kind of made me go like, oh, that's what these tired ass mums say about, like, oh, but I love them and, like, I wouldn't trade it for the world. So I'm like, I can see that now.
Yeah.
Not that it made us sure that we want them, but I'm glad we told her. I told her the day before she died, not knowing that was the day before she died, that the experience made me realise I could probably be a mum and that I don't not want them anymore.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want her to die thinking that we weren't having them.
Yes.
And not to lie and say that we were having them, but just if that's made me realise, which is the truth, that I'm more open to it now, I would be so upset if I never had got to tell her that.
Yeah.
Especially because she made us the baby box as well. Do you remember? Yeah. Mum had this big tub, and it just has like a letter to her future grandchildren because she...
Yes.
I can't imagine her making that knowing she wasn't going to be here.
Yeah.
I find that really tough. picturing her at the shop paying for things, being like,
Yeah. I think, to be fair, those are the things she liked doing.
yeah.
Those are things that like made her happy. She liked doing. I think she got excited about doing those things.
She did.
I think those are things that upset
Still
her.
bittersweet though to then.
Yeah, bittersweet. But I think those are things that kind of excited her.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. And it has books from like Beatrix Potter and from her hometown
Yeah.
and really, really beautiful. But yeah, it kind of made us be like, I think a little bit later you were the one that said, maybe you want kids now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
I think we're at the point where,
I think we're probably still the same. We're both probably the same.
like, unsure.
Yeah.
I mean, because we've always said at this stage we don't. But if one of us was to wake up one day and say one of us wants to, the other one would. It's not going to be like a deal breaker.
Yeah.
It's just that we want at least half of us to really want it.
Yeah, can't be just like, both of us kind of want it. It's like, I think we're both there, we're like, oh, I like it, but we also kind of like our own space and doing our own things, which we wouldn't be able to do.
Yeah, I think we don't want to just do it because we're worried about not doing it, and then we're both like, fuck. Like, obviously we'll love them, everyone says that, but, you know.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at, but you have been more on the fence, not on the fence, off the fence of wanting them lately.
Well, it depends on what kind of kids we see in public, to be honest. Literally. Where were we the other day? The zoo. That put me off kids again.
Did it? Oh, you
Yes.
haven't told me that yet.
No, I can't remember who I was talking to about, like, sort of, I saw everyone, like, all the drained parents after
they looked so
the zoo. Like, I was like, and then it reminded me of, like, when we took your little cousins to the zoo.
It was beautiful, but
It was a great time,
busy.
amazing. It was a very hectic day, very busy, and then I was just exhausted by the end of it. And I was like, oh, she's still got to go get them ready for dinner and bed. She doesn't get to rest at all. Like,
I
she
know,
just has to keep
like
going.
we got to go to bed.
I get to go to bed and sit down and rest, but she has to go look after the kids and get them ready for dinner, get them undressed, get them showered, get them cleaned.
It's
Like, I got to do that for you. Like, another 2 kids as well. Yeah, so it's very hard. And shout out to all the parents out there. They are doing an incredible job. It's a very not as much enough thanks pile to put
Oh,
on them.
God, no. It is,
It's very hard. You have to sacrifice a lot of yourself to make these others.
yes. And I think the really sad thing for us, which is why we, a year or 2 ago, were just like, unsure about it, is like my mum, all she wanted was to be a grandma.
Yeah.
And she would have devoted her life to it. Like, if we had a house that had room, if we wanted her to move in and be like a night nanny,
Yeah.
a full-time 24/7 nanny, she would have.
Yeah.
She always said I could be doing lashes and she'll play with the toddler on the floor. Like, she just,
Yeah.
in lieu of like money, she would have helped out so much.
Yeah.
So then if we don't have my mum, if you don't, and we knew that we wouldn't,
Yeah.
we need more money.
Yeah.
Because it's the idea of doing it with no support,
Yeah. No support.
but then stressing about money,
Yeah.
which is why we kind of said, ugh. But you know, if Call Me Daddy, when Call Me Daddy goes crazy, you know, if money isn't an issue and we could raise kids together rather than one parent's working flat out, one parent's parenting flat out, like that would be a whole different scenario.
Yeah.
You still look unsure then.
Yeah. It wouldn't work out that way unless it was doing really well and we sold the business.
Oh.
That it just wouldn't it couldn't work that way.
What do you mean?
It,
If we were doing so well that we had staff and we like did have to be there like 24.
Stuff need to be managed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a full-on job. I don't think you understand how full-on it is. This is only the start of it. It's going to get busy from here. The more things that happen, the more sales you get, the more intense it gets. But don't you worry your pretty little face about that, you cutie pie.
I'm tired thinking about all of that.
You don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
It's a problem for sad when it comes.
Well, that's the thing. I think what you need, what anyone needs, is for the want to have kids to become bigger than the stress of how are we going to make it work.
I think we're both like 70-30.
Yeah, well,
like
that's
30% of us really wants kids. We want those nice times. We want them to raise someone.
yeah,
But 70% of us doesn't really want to go through with it without any of this outside support that a lot of families can have, because it looks very hard to do with support, and without support, it's
really, really, really hard.
hard.
I mean, I turned 34 this next 6 months. Oh, Mum's not here. See? That's literally, oh my God, I'm crying. That's what I mean, though. It's like you get this happy moment and you go, fuck, she's not here.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, I think if we have them, we'll be closer to like, I'll be closer to 37, 38. It's definitely not like an anytime now thing.
Yeah.
I just mean if like when Call Me Daddy grows, if it's at the point where we're managing the business, not working in the business as much, it's a different story. Because it just sucks that it's like you had someone like Mum who would have been there.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah. Very hard.
It's so hard.
Very.
I'm tired of things being so big and hard. But I'm doing better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perry.
Going to Paris.
Paris.
If you're going to be sad, you might as well be sad in Paris.
Yeah.
Get a croissant.
Croissant.
Like poly wears.
You need tissues?
No, we're nearly done anyway. It's all right.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Everything is happy and sad
Yeah.
at the same time. Sorry about I had that really beautiful client follow on the other day that's got pregnant the month after her mum died.
Yeah.
And there's so many beautiful parts where she says things like her and her mum used to make pancakes. Yeah. And now she makes pancakes with her like little 3-year-old. And so there's elements of like the things I would miss with mum, I would get to do with a child, and I would get to carry on those traditions. But then there's like so much that would just be so hard. Like, you know, and I picture this too, like, I don't want to go out and see a grandma, mum and a baby in the pram and be like,
yeah,
I didn't get that.
Yeah.
And that's how she feels. And her mum used to go to David Jones when she was trying, but she wasn't pregnant.
Yeah.
And go look at all the baby clothes. And like, oh, when you're pregnant, we'll get this, we'll get that, and you'll get this pram. And then when she got pregnant, she's doing it on her own.
Yeah.
Without her mum. And that's the shit that breaks me.
Yeah.
They're the reasons I was like, maybe I just don't want to fucking do kids, because it just sounds...
Yeah.
I know that we could do it. I know that we're strong and like you make it work and la la la. There's just so many elements of it. Like,
I don't think at this point in time in our lives, if we had kids, it would not be an addition. It would be a subtraction.
It'd be both.
Yeah, no.
It would be both.
Yeah.
But it's not that I can't do it or we can't do it without mum. It's that there's so many parts of it I wanted to do with mum.
Yeah.
And there's so many parts of motherhood that like, it's almost like if I can't do it with like, grandma, mum and baby, then I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I know that we can. Of course, we can do anything. So that's a decision for much later, but it's just so big, it's so hard. I don't have the answers.
No, we don't have answers.
There's no answers.
It's no answers. We'll just take every day as it comes. You need tissue?
No, because we're done now. I think that's covered everything.
Yeah.
6 months. Doing better.
Yeah.
Still shit, but doing better. It's a different...
Yeah. Doing better, definitely better.
Not as brain foggy. I feel like the first few... I'm still a bit forgetful and still a bit whatever, but like those first few months...
That's just been like that's your usual. I'm forgetful too.
Okay. But yeah, I think my coping mechanisms have calmed down.
Yeah.
Oh, gym.
Yeah, back into the gym.
Working out a lot though at one point was also a little bit slightly on the coping mechanism side. Now I feel like this is healthy and normal. Again, it's not meth.
Yeah.
It's not meth. So yeah, 6 months in is easier.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Good luck. And I think we'll do an episode in England. I kind of want to do like a bit of like a doco style day of the ashes.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cute. I might upload that mid-June.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Good.
Do you have anything to add? How pretty I've been the last 6 months.
You have been really pretty. Your hair looks really nice.
Thank you.
You like your ginger hair.
I'm really glad Mum got to see me.
Me
ginger.
too, otherwise you would have been sad. You remember you didn't want to go get it done because you weren't sure? I was like, no, Sam, you got to get it done because you got to show her.
Well, yeah, she was
And she was so excited when you showed her.
because she wasn't in hospice yet. We didn't know she was actually dying,
Yeah.
but because she was in hospital, I was like, do I cancel my hair? But I think Jodie, you had someone come see her, and I came to see her afterwards. But yeah, her seeing me back to my like
She loved it.
original kid hair color
She loved it.
was really cool.
Loved it, and you. As do I. As do I. Come here and give me a kiss. Mwah.
Get my snot all over you.
That's fine. You can get it all over me if you want.
I love you.
Love you too.
Thank you for being on the pod.
Thanks for having me.